We're back with a little bit of new channel favorite. It is time for some more Kinnan Uroza. So JiggyWiggy and I worked together on a primer for this exact deck and style of deck, exploring a lot of the options, exploring a lot of the choices, exploring a lot of the play patterns. You can access that on reddit.com in the Modern Magic subreddit. I will be sure to link that in the description of this video below the video itself. So if you're there on YouTube, go down and click. And I should get a button for my Twitch channel so that people can check that out too. So what this deck is we've taken the Urza deck with Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, who is enabled by Emry, Lurker of the Loch. And what we've added to that are Kinnan, Bonder Prodigy. So Kinnan is going to let us have a early on powerful mana engine. So Kinnan has an ability that says whenever you tap an online permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any type that permanent produced. So it turns your Astrolabe into a artifact that actually produces mana. You put 1 in, you get 2 out. But Springleaf Drum, Mox Amber, and Gilded Goose all get turned up to Turbo Overdrive, tapping for 2 mana each, which can fuel some explosive early game plays here. Some of the wonderful people in my chat are commenting on some of the changes. I'll get to those in a second there. So we also have Karn, the Great Creator, here as a payoff, as well as Song of Creation. Karn, the Great Creator, has a wonderful wish board, including newcomer Time Sieve. So yesterday we tried playing a combo-centric version of this deck that was centered around this card, Song of Creation. This deck is still able to take advantage of Song of Creation very effectively. But what to do once you've torn through your deck appropriately with Song of Creation, because there are situations where you might be able to draw the entirety of your deck, basically. You would need something in your main deck like a Thassa's Oracle so that you could win the game on the spot, or as a wonderful new friend of our channel, Pygonti, who's hanging out in the chat right now, suggested, you could put a Time Sieve in your sideboard. Time Sieve's text is for blue and a black. You get an artifact. It has tap, sacrifice 5 artifacts, take an extra turn after this one. So after you've presented a completely unassailable board that will kill your opponent next turn, why don't we just go ahead and take the next turn? We can do that. We have the technology. So we're going to be doing a little bit of that today, hopefully. We've upped it to 2 Song of Creation. We cut the Ox of Agonas. I'm still hanging on to my singleton Jace. Jace is fine in the deck. He turns on Mox Ambers. This could become a Narset, could become a 3rd Ashiok Dreamrender. We've also got Trinket Mages in here, and a Trinket Mage package, including one card that is still my favorite, Shadowspear. I know Pygonti prefers an Aether Spellbomb. That's definitely an acceptable choice. There's lots of wonderful fine-tuning decisions you can make with these lists. You've got 2 separate tutor packages between Karn and Trinket Mage, so there's a lot of customizability in this deck list. Without further ado, we're hopping into a Modern League here, and this video is going to be part of a small series that I'm going to be doing for the Wizards Tower game store in Ottawa, Ontario. They have contacted me, and I am more than happy to be a part of producing some content for them. So we'll see if we can work out a relationship that is able to keep me going. The thing I love about this deck is you can probably play the cards you like in the flex slots. Yeah, that's definitely a big part of it. And generally something... Hold on, we're just going to take 1 second to get my face cam and my Planeswalker frame exactly where I want them. Don't know how they got away from where exactly I want them. And then we need to make this just a scotch more narrow. Let's try to clean all this up a little bit. Planeswalker frame, there you are, unlock. There we go. All right. Lock that. Lock that. Okay, cool. So I said before, this is recording our first game here for the Wizards Tower of Ottawa, Ontario. with Kinnan, Uroza. What's up, MTGA kid? And then how's it going, Pyganti? I'm doing quite well today. Am I keeping this hand? You betcha. This has got all the things we need. We're against 2-red MTG here. They are on the play, so hopefully we don't get tore up. Oath of Nissa. So this was a suggestion for this deck that somebody had. I wonder if we're running into the Planeswalker Prison deck of Aspiring Spike's popularity a little while ago. They grab Misty Rainforest. That is not giving me too much information about exactly how they're going to stomp all over me. We're going to go ahead and get my combo of Snow-Covered Forest into Steam Vents here. This gives you access to a Snow mana, which you will need, as well as on turn 2 having access to blue-green or red-green. Can you show sideboard once more? You're not playing Big Chandra, and I guess which card you're playing instead of that. I think... So we got 3 Veils, 3 Galvanic Blasts. I swapped out the Sorcerer's Spyglass for your time save. And if you just do this pie, you can get my whole list. Opponents fetched for Devoted Druid. Okay, so they're on Druid. So we can play Kinnan this turn and then produce 2 mana. But that's not particularly effective. If we play Kinnan next turn, we can produce 3 mana afterwards. And I'm just wondering, we probably don't want to play Kinnan before we play this Engineered Explosives on 2. But then once we have Karn, the Great Creator, let's see. Hold on. So some of the sequencing in this deck can be very complicated. So let's just take a second and work out what our turn is going to look like. So I think we might just put this Engineered Explosives into play on 2 and slow roll the game. They grab Devoted Druid. They can't combo this turn, so if I put Kinnan to play next turn, that means I could play and detonate the E next turn, but then I have a little more flexibility. All right, we're going to take a slightly riskier line, let's say, but we can always play and explode the E on 2 next turn, so if we have to. We'll lose our Kinnan, but not losing the game is probably a pretty good idea. So next turn we've got access to 2 mana from the Goose. Plus 3 mana from our lands. Playing Arcum's Astrolabe is mana neutral. I cut Explosives. That's the most irrelevant card. Not sure. On the sideboard, yeah, I could understand doing that. Jiggy has convinced me multiple times how important that card is, so I'm not entirely sure I want to cut it. But I can imagine doing so. Okay, Engineered Explosives plus having this Emry in hand is really good. So we're going to probably play the Explosives post-combat and then just sit on it. If they play a Vizier of Remedies next turn, we're going to have to blow up the Explosives with the Vizier on the stack because they could make infinite mana in response, and I'm not really interested in losing that. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana right now. So if I do this correctly, I can also play out my Emry first. So let's add blue, blue, and a red. Play Emry for the blue. And then blue, red, we're going to play the Engineered Explosives for 2. Got to be careful when casting Engineered Explosives on Magic Online. If you are not careful, it will just cast itself on 0 pips, which you do not want to do. Don't You Eat This Pie by Dank Muse is so good. Dude, all the music by Dank Muse is so freaking good. I mean, Don't You Eat This Pie. I have favorites. I definitely have favorites. What is up, Gutto? Oh, it's Pharaoh. What is up, Pharaoh? Thank you for the good luck. We're jamming already. I'm so lucky to... I've gotten to the point now, it took about 6 months to get to this point with the stream here, but we now finally have a point where I consistently have a nice little chat going on. It feels so good, folks. Makes me want to keep coming back every day. So we've got Emry here, so we can, in theory, play the Engineered Explosives over and over and over again. I really like to play with this Kinnan and Uroza deck, but it seems to have a really hard matchup against fast combos like Storm. That is correct. That is by far the hardest set of matchups. So kill Druid in response. They can grab a mana off this if they want to. Our Kinnan is going to die, which sucks. Yeah, I would say if that is... What's the hardest matchups for this deck? If you're interested in that, I do have a mention of that kind of information on the primer that I wrote, which I'll grab a link for you. I wish I had made it into a command. I had a wonderful mod before who was great at doing all of that stuff for me while I was playing, but I am woefully inadequate myself. Give me 1 second. If you're interested in learning about more about this deck, the matchups, all sorts of things like that, you can check out the primer that JiggyWiggy and myself wrote there. Okay, so we're in a bit of a sticky spot here because we cannot play and detonate the engineered explosives in a single turn. However, we can just play this Arcum's Astrolabe, draw a card, see where we go from there. Karn is not the best, but we're going to play out this engineered explosives on 2 again. We can't detonate it, so we have to dodge them having post-mortem lunge here. If they have post-mortem lunge for the Devoted Druid, then we're going to get comboed and likely die. So, wow. Well, that was unexpected. They just ticked up on my engineered explosives. That's so rude. My opponent has the technology. Wow. Well, this is going to suck. And unfortunately, our mana is just not working out here for us, so I can't do anything with anything in my hand. I can make a food, and I can cast something pretty cheap. So maybe let's just cast the Springleaf Drum. So listed in that primer, by the way, is the... Shit, I tapped it. The only mana I needed to not tap there. All right, I guess we're just playing out a handful of 1-drops. We are going to be able to play out the Soul Guide Lantern and eat their Devoted Druid. So hopefully this is relevant. We really wanted to make a food this turn because hopefully we were going to draw an Urza or a Song Creation or anything of that nature. This can't be good, right? Oh no. Okay, so that gets the Druid. So top decking Ballista doesn't help me here. So this is one of the worst possible matchups for us, by the way. Their deck is very, very good against us. And that's going to cut off my mana even more, so we're done on this game. So had a bit of a rough early game. We had to defend ourselves from combo by blowing up our own Kinnan, and from that point on, it just we just ended up being slightly defeated here. That list? Okay, thanks. Okay, well, we get to bring in Galvanic Blast, which is not the best, but yeah, you know what? Ashiok turning off their ability to search, I think, is not super relevant here. And then they're a combo deck, so I don't think we really need the Shadowspear. Pithing Needle is great because it turns off the Druid. Soul Guide Lantern, I still think I want to keep because it deals with Devoted Druids and just shuts down things like their ability to quickly kill us with Post-mortem lunge. Although one Ashiok's probably better than one Jace here. Static text is quite reasonable. You think they're also playing Teferi in their list? Jeez. Yeah. They've got the Oath of Nissos. We didn't see any Utopia Sprawl, but it's possible. And they might have all the combos. Just literally all the green-white creature combos. Alright, let's roll. Jiggy's undefeated run in the challenge was defeated by Devoted Devastation. This hand is insane, so we're going to keep it. Yeah, the colors in this hand are perfect. The amount of mana I'm going to have here on turn 2 is going to be silly. Absolutely silly. That is excellent, because we are going to be playing this Wrenn and Six this turn, I believe. I don't even need to shock the Stomping Grounds if I don't want to. Since I'm going to be pinging, I'm not going to. So we'll get a forest, tap these two. So I think my colors work out fine here, but we're going to take this slow at one point. So here's my Kinnan, here's my Mox Amber. Mox Amber allows me to play Springleaf Drum and have one... Hold on, I want to tap this for green. Tap this for green, play Springleaf Drum. Then we're going to filter... So tap this for red, red. Am I going to have 1 mana left over here? I think I am. So tap that for red, red. Put that through here for... It doesn't matter, so let's put it through for red, red. Use the snow mana for the Astrolabe. Oh, I should have left a blue, because if I draw like an Emry... Oh, well, I don't need that now. Play Wrenn and Six. All right, boop. Hey, look, our deck did the thing it's supposed to do. I'm going to take a screenshot for posterity, just because this is for the recording. You love it when a plan comes together. All right, and we pass the turn. No, I don't need to cast this Galvanic Blast. And we've got double Astrolabe, because the most likely mana sink for where we're at right now is going to be Urian. What is up, Larynx Punchworthy? How's my most patronly patron? Oh, Pi, you were asking about your band or your Urian, the Temur White version of this deck. I'm probably going to playtest that on my own tomorrow, I think, off stream. So, if I have time, which I think I do tomorrow. This week has been shockingly busy between writing the primer and that. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, if I had not attacked with this, I would have been able to cast the Urian this turn. Oh well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I can't do that. Oh no, I can't play my turn 3 Urian because I slightly screwed up. Yikes. What am I doing? Okay. So this is our version of comboing them out. Devoted Druid, okay. So we can go ahead and get Breeding Pool here in case we pick up an Uro. Play Galvanic Blast. Pay it for snow mana, because, you know, you got a style on them. It's not the best. Oh, I should have picked up the Misty for this. It's fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to slide just about everything. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Wrenn and Six is going to go up to 3 if we slide it, so why not? And then before they come back, we'll fetch. Just because they're going to draw me cards, I want a slightly thinner deck here. Because even though we're... Did they scoop? They scooped, right? I can't. It's locked up. The value! The value! My opponent said they'd seen better turn 2s. They've seen better. No one's better than this. Alright, so we are in the classic modern matchup here. We're both driving our drag racers, and we're just seeing who's, I don't know, stays together to the finish line. Let me know, how is the audio volume? I've been playing around with it to try to get simultaneously a good quality sound, push down the background noise of my computer fan and things like that, but also get you guys a reasonable value. Alright. Can I keep this hand against Devoted Druid? If they turn 3 combo me, we're pretty screwed anyway. I need to draw mana. They mulled a 6. Alright, we're going to keep this. It's sketchy and speculative, but let's do it anyway. So keeping the slow 7 on my side with the ability to draw mana rocks, with the ability to draw interaction, that's mostly based on the fact that they mulled their first hand, so there's a good chance their hand is not as hot as they would like it to be. The problem is they're playing a 2.2 card combo, basically like all good modern decks. They're playing a 2.2 card combo, so all they need now is the Vizier and a single payoff card, and we just die. I have to play my Engineered Explosives on 2 here and pray that they don't just combo kill me now on turn 3, which is what their deck is built to do. So if we die, we die. But we die proud. Yep. So I knew that was possible. It's not really a problem. It does mean that if I draw Galvanic Blast, I have to main phase it, but that's not really a problem for my deck. So, might be playing Uro into Astrolabe here. Uro could potentially draw me a Galvanic Blast, which I can use to kill this Devoted Druid now. We were on turn 3 here. The most mana I could have is 3, so we wouldn't be able to kill this Devoted Druid basically no matter what I do, so... Here is hoping we can pull this one out, because it's not looking great. They didn't combo me last turn when I was tapped out, so maybe we get a little lucky. And I'm up all night to get. You know I'm down for good. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, phew. Still alive. I need to get the quote of Ralph saying I'm in danger. Well, shit. I think we're dead. Well, turn 4 combo is good enough, I think. Let's see what payoff they have. Should be lethal. They should be able to do this faster. Not that I want to tell my opponent how to play their deck when they're killing me. What? Well, that Okay. So we could play Trinket Mage into Pithing Needle here, but we're going to play Urza first. See where we go from there. Yeah. Okay, so if we play Urza, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana untapped. I've got, yeah, so we can play Urza into Engineer Explosives on 2 here as long as we keep our colors the way we need them. So 1, 2. Play Engineer Explosives for 1, 2. I could play Wrenn and Six here and ping the Vizier, but I want to get this Druid off the battlefield. I could have left 1 mana up. So if I tap this, play Trinket Mage, yeah, I can't do everything. But it's fine. This is killing nothing of mine this time. Okay. They do get to draw a card here. But they don't have anything else going on. So if we get to Song of Creation next turn, we should be able to win on this spot or close to it, because Trinket Mage is basically draw 4. Because Trinket Mage gets a 0 mana artifact and actually pluses me 1 mana. Usually gets a Mox Amber or similar. Devoted Druid, sure. Okay. Yeah, so color-wise, what's the best way for me to play this? It's probably go 1, then go blue, green, blue, red. 1? No, I want. I want to use as much blue as possible on this, but I can't. Yeah, okay. So play the song. Okay. Let's Trinket Mage 1, 2, 3. Draw 2. We got a Mox Amber, that's perfect. And a Springleaf Drum, that's also perfect. Let's just go get Pithing Needle in case we fizzle. Pithing Needle also is a sort of +1. And when I start here, we should go Yield. Okay, resolves. Tap this, play Springleaf Drum. Resolves. Tap this here. Play the Pithing Needle. I do have to get this Teferi out of the way, otherwise you can just bounce the Pithing Needle. So we're not done yet. We can't pass the turn yet. I'm going to call Devoted Druid on this, but we're not done here. I do have a land drop, so that's good. This can draw me a bunch more cards. And actually get me an Arcum's Astrolabe into play, and the Arcum's Astrolabe is going to get me access to if I draw Galvanic Blast or something of that nature. Okay, let's play the Mox first. We'll play as many zeros as possible first. So I can play 1 Astrolabe and then filter it into the next Astrolabe. And actually, hold on, I've got Urza, so this is mana. That's mana. Hold on, I need to get this Kinnan into play, so let's tap for green. And then blue. No, not the Mox Amber, because Mox Amber actually taps for 2. Urza does not allow things to tap for 2. Play the Kinnan. Kinnan puts my mana production in even more maximum overdrive. Play Mishra's Bauble here. Okay, tap the Bauble. Bauble plays Springleaf Drum. Springleaf Drum taps with Kinnan. So we're going mana positive now. And we're just looking for a way to remove the Teferi or just ping him once, which we have found. So tap Kinnan for double green. Can I play another land? I can, right? Yeah, I can. Magic Online making life easier from time to time. Play the Goose. Goose gives us an extra mana anyway. Use Karn to kill the Teferi. Don't need a green mana right now. Karn gets me Sky Sovereign, is the deal. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta go up more mana. Astrolabe. The easiest thing would just be to hit one of my Galvanic Blasts. I don't think we've done that yet. So the Goose is mana neutral. No, we'll use the Mox Amber for it. I suppose I could just play Karn. I have the Astrolabe to get black mana. So let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3. That is not what I meant to do. Let's attack Teferi, because if they block, I'll just ping the Devoted Druid with Wrenn and Six. Oh, you can play M21 cards right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. So we can play Karn and get Time Sieve and just win next turn. Yeah. But if I'm gonna do that, I want to get my construct even bigger. Is there any way I'm gonna do that right now? I've got a Goose. I need this to filter for black, so I can still do that. Because Urza's tapping all my stuff for blue. How many artifacts do I have? 16. All right. Oh, there's another Mox Amber. Okay, we'll do that one. 27 cards left in our library, sure. Okay. Yeah, so you cannot, or as of today, you can now buy M21 online. That was not true until today, I believe. Just going to be a little careful going with Urza into this turn here, because my colors are really important on this play until I resolve the Time Sieve. We could just crack foods here. Okay, we'll play Emry. One last card here. I wish I had a way to change the snowman into a red on the fly. Should play this Walking Ballista out of my hand. Okay, we're just gonna go next turn. So play Ballista for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, we can do more. There's the Ballista. Ping that. Ping that. Yay, magic! Why no Snoop? If you would like to see a Snoop deck on this channel, I would absolutely love to play it. We are now 1-0. We just beat one of our worst possible matchups, Devoted Druid, here live on stream. And we are making a video right now for Wizards Tower of Ottawa, Ontario. Hold on, need the in-between games. There we go. We'll just go with that one for now. But anyway, yeah, we're now 1-0. And yeah, if you've got a Snoop list Wambo combo, please let me know what you would like to see. Here's my list, but I'd fix it up. Yeah, well, we might play that as early as tomorrow or potentially early next week. I do love me some goblins. Against Thuks 14. You ever do 1v1s with viewers? I have never been asked that, so I haven't done it yet. I could. Yeah, I could. Yeah, we're keeping the heck out of this hand. It's not perfect, but we got up to three redraws here. So in the blind, this is pretty good. And we've got Astrolabe plus Kinnan, which is 2 mana as long as we get a second land going. Obviously, we are a risky low-land deck, but hey, this is modern. You got to play with power. Sometimes your engine explodes and you lose, but other times you win. Okay, we do have the Astrolabe here, so I can get blue or green. Urza is... No, double blue is the color I need more than any other double, so we'll grab up island here. See what we draw with this Astrolabe. Perfect. So I don't need to pop either of these Astrolabes right now. I'm going to do one during my opponent's upkeep, and then we'll see what's up. Always, always, always take the time, pop it during their upkeep. Do not pop it during your turn in the blind, because they can be on a black discard deck, and then all of a sudden you've lost the best card in your hand that you just drew. Is this Death Shadow? Hedron Crab! It's Mill. Okay. We need a fast start against Mill. We do have a powerful proactive strategy, and they're going to be putting Uroza into the graveyard for us. So we have a reasonable shot against Mill, and I know people are probably sitting there being like, you're playing an 80-card deck. You can't lose to Mill. You absolutely can, my friends. You absolutely can. This might be okay. We have to... I'm going to have to shock here, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's go get Stomping Ground. Venge? Wenge? You want the Wenge wine? Chia, green, 4/3 Hest? No? I don't know what you're after, Wambo. Yikes. Oh, you think they're on Crabvine? We'll see when they target. It could be Crabvine. Crabvine's obviously a very different matchup than Mill would be. Yeah, looks like Crabvine. Good call. No, they're targeting themselves. They're targeting themselves. Looks like it's Crabvine. With Germanglers. Interesting. Didn't hit any Bloodghasts. Creeping Chill. Didn't hit any Vengevines. So this is pretty ideal from our side. The aggressive shock I just took might come back to bite us. Classic main deck Ashiok. Yeah, I mean, the problem is it's actually not that good against that deck. It's fine, but it's not that good. I think I'd rather get Soul Guide Lantern, to be perfectly honest, this turn. So we're just going to Trinket Mage for Soul Guide Lantern and then just sit with the Soul Guide Lantern. Soul Guide Lantern can be used in response to Creeping Chill. It can be used in response to all mana of this. Or you just get Karn into Tormod's Crypt. That's way better. Can we defend the Karn? Yeah, they only have a 1/1. Yeah, we're going to Karn into Tormod's Crypt. So it's funny that they're on this deck because it just so happened that right when I was preparing this deck to play in the challenge, Dredge was like picking up a lot of steam that week. And I thought to myself, I really just don't want to lose that Dredge matchup. And it's not, you do have to spend slots in your deck on it. It's not free, but you can beat Dredge. It doesn't take that much to put in some extra tools. And then if your deck is powerful and proactive, as I keep using those buzzwords, but I really think they do encapsulate what you want to be playing in Modern. If you're able to put together a powerful proactive deck, then you'll be able to, or where you can fit Graveyard Hate. Okay, so here's the deal with this. They can cast more Grave Crawlers out if I let this resolve. But if they also have lands in their hand, they can mill more and get something much more terrifying. I'm going to let the Gravecrawler resolve. If they keep spending black mana... Oh, that was from their graveyard. I screwed up. Okay, they've got a trigger on the stack. They spent 1 mana on this Gravecrawler. So they can get another Gravecrawler from their graveyard now. I'm just going to roll with it. Yeah, Stitcher's a zombie. I haven't played against this deck in a long time. It looks like a human, right? Like, this is a very human-looking zombie, which is fine. I just totally forgot. If they just play another Gravecrawler here, I'm pretty happy. Because we'll just play, like, Urza and then just hang out. Germangler's fine, too. We should be able to get to Ensnaring Bridge reasonably quickly. I miss playing E-Tron. You can play E-Tron. E-Tron's great. No one said you can't play E-Tron. E-Tron's on the menu. Looks like E-Tron's back on the menu. And it's delicious. There it is. This is what we were saving the crypt for. Okay, the question is, how far can we let them go? I think letting them have the flyer is not too bad. Because this Tormod's Crypt is locked into being used this turn due to the fact that they have two, or they have the Prized Amalgam coming out. Okay, they're going to get the other mill triggers here? Okay, so we'll see what happens with this. They shouldn't be able to play any flash creatures and get their Vengevines out in response. So I think being patient with our Tormod's Crypt is going to be rewarded here. Second Narcomoeba. Well, they're going to kill my Karn next turn no matter what. But we're probably going to be able to go Wish for Bridge. Or play Urza, Wish for Bridge, play Bridge. Do I have enough artifacts for that? I really don't have enough mana for that. Probably just going to have to Wish for Bridge, play Bridge, but that's fine. That's going to stop their largest creatures from attacking, and then the rest of it's going to be fine. I'll let the Narcomoeba come in. 1/1 versus 3 random cards off their deck. I'll take the 3 random cards because if they hit a Creeping Chill on the next one, I'm saving 3 life. Yeah, and they're going to cast a Gravecrawler, which unfortunately I had no ability to stop them from doing, but now we get to hit their Vengevines and their Prized Amalgam. So one of the biggest problems with our hand right now is, can we unload it quickly enough? We can actually play Trinket Mage into Bridge here, because Trinket Mage will get me a... Oh yeah, we have to block. We don't have to block. I'm going to block. Yeah, I'm going to block. How bad could this possibly go for me? Creeping Chill, Creeping Chill. Vengevine and Prized Amalgam. Well, should be okay. Pithing Needle is not the best. So if I play Trinket Mage and have a Mox Amber, then I have 3 mana to play the bridge. Good. And then Germangler can't attack me. Everything else can, but I think that's the best we can do. So let's see how she goes. Trinket Mage coming in. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-doo.
Compadres, it is imperative that we crush the
Thank
freedom
you
fighters
for
before
the follow.
the start of the rainy season. And remember, a shiny new donkey for whoever brings me the head of Colonel Montoya.
The Duchess. The Duchess of Lancashire? I don't know if that's a thing. Probably not a thing. Okay, so we just have to not lose our Kinnan this turn, and we should be all right. Can trade our Trinket Mage for any of their 2-power creatures here. So 2 Narcomoebas are going through for sure. So we're probably going to take 2, go to 7. They have 2 more Creeping Chills in their deck, so we're kind of virtual 0, depending on how much they can mill themselves. Sorry, virtual 1. So we may be forced to chump block with everything, which is going to suck because then I lose Kinnan, which means I lose my mana engine. So... Oh, they have Driven to Despair in Modern? Oh, no. Oh, no. So the extra damage we shocked us for in the early game is maybe going to come back and bite us. Yeah, MTGO kid. Karns are a little bit expensive online, but it is what it is. And I still have 4 cards in my hand, so if they get these Vengevines back, they're going to be attacking too. Yeah, this game did just not quite work out for us. If we had drawn a land instead of this Pithing Needle, I think maybe we'd be okay, but it's just not quite going to be good enough. They didn't flip the other Creeping Chill, but they can make me discard my whole hand. But if they make me discard my whole hand, then they can't attack me next turn, so they're kind of in a 6 of one, half a dozen of the other situation. They have 1 more Creeping Chill in their deck, but... Yep. And here comes the Vengevine. They're not going after my hand here, which is smart. SMRT. I'll attack. I think they should just attack me, to be perfectly honest. Even the crabs? Nope, no crabs. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if I don't block anything, so I have to, which sucks. Going to 2. I can't make my bridge into a blocker for next turn, so that might be relevant. We'll see. Yeah, so they have 3 2/1s. I think if I draw a land, I'm in the best shape. Okay, so if I play Wrenn and Six, I have access to 1, 2, 3 mana. So we just go red, green. I'm just going to play this turn out to see how close we get to living here. Am I going to live? It's going to be close. Hold on. So I can boot up a bridge. I can ping down a Vengevine, and then we die on Exactsies. Man, that is so frustrating. So, and there's nothing I can really hit with this. I mean, I guess I could hit Polluted Deltas. Yikes. Yeah, we just didn't have the mana right there. We were very close, but... And then if I buy back a land, I can play Ashiok or the Pithing Needle, so we just got a little chonked up on some larger cards here. Okay. I'm gonna play the Pithing Needle, call Polluted Delta, and then die. Close one. Very close one. All right. Kill me, opponent! Kill me! I want you to do it. Do it! Poor person playing their second match with this. I'm just going to scoop out. I don't know if they're actually poor. Maybe they know exactly what they're doing. Maybe they're a long-time Magic player and they've got a phenomenal record. I don't know. Okay, so get some Galvanic Blasts in here. Got to keep the Ashioks. Jace seems a little slow. Jace has already been disappointing me a little bit today. I think Jace might have to bite it. Ballista seems slow in the main deck. It's probably fine. Pithing Needle's not good. I just need one more cut. Yeah, probably just a Springleaf Drum. Uroza's a great blocker. Ashok's made a graveyard hate. Alright, let's roll. Uh-oh. MTGO died. Hold on a second. Hold on, we're coming back up. We're coming back up. Oh, look at the good boy. He's so good. He's got a frickin' smiley face on his damn, I don't know, pauldron fasten. The fasten for his pauldrons. Collar? I guess it's a collar. I hope my sideboarding kept. Maybe Moto crashed because my sideboarding was just too extreme. Oh god. Don't do it again. This is what you did last time when you crashed. Stop it. The blue circle. I hate the blue circle. Okay. Alright. I want my bird. Okay. Bird serpent! Alright. We did get our sideboarding in. Sook! Alright. Can I keep this hand? Touchy Wrenn and Six with Mox Amber. Yeah, it's fine. Crabvine is definitely able to go faster than this hand, but we shall see. We do get to play turn 3 Trinket Mage for Soul Guide Lantern. So unless they just go like crazy bananas fast, which they are able to do, then we're all right. Mox Amber, who knew? Who knew? No Stitcher Supplier, no Hedron Crab, no Merfolk Secret Keeper. So this has to be a turn 2 glimpse. The card to which I'm referring is Glimpse the Unthinkable. That's great because I can also play the Goose this turn. So we are play Wrenn and Six and play the Goose and pick up a land, and then we pass the turn. Shoop. Over to you, friend. Glimpse. Yep. Bang. Whew. They did not explode right away. No Vengevines. They have prized amalgams, but nothing's triggering. And they use their land drop, so. Sultai Crabvine. Handle with care, people. Handle with care. You just get an island with this. So we really want to preserve our life total because we did start this game at a virtual 8, thanks to the existence of Creeping Chill. Luckily, we have an Uro this game and time to use it, so let's go get my Soul Guide Lantern. It's time for the Soul Guide Lantern. It's not time for the Soul Mass Transit System. Yoink. Okay, pick my land back up. I got 1 mana left, but I ain't even need that. I ain't even need that. Over to you, friendo. So we are giving them an opening here where they could play Gurmag Angler, but I'm not too worried about it. Stitcher Supplier. Yeah, this might be where we pop our Soul Guide Lantern. Let's see what they hit. If this triggers their prized amalgams at all, yeah, which it's going to. So we're definitely shooting their graveyard in response to that. It's too much, darling. It's too much. Get out of here. Hopefully they don't have a second Glimpse the Unthinkable. Crabvine also is able to play Forza Negation in their sideboard. Luckily, we've dodged it so far this game, but we'll see. We'll see. Then poor little Narcomoeba trigger is like, where's my jellyfish? Where'd it go? Okay. Picked up our Minamo, which is great because I'm going to play Uro this turn. So let's go Tarn. Scalding Tarn. Hello. Hit. Ooh. Get an island. Play Uro. Blanc. Always stack the triggers like that. We're playing the Uro, but we're not getting back the Uro, so really it didn't matter that I was doing that thing, but I said that it did. That's kind of great. So this taps for green right now, which means I can use my Goose to lay a food. Or I could play a 1/1 Walking Ballista. 1/1 Bliss is not particularly impressive here, so we're just going to hang back. I'm just going to put Urian in my hand. It's not flickering anything particularly relevant yet. But a 4/5 is reasonably good against their deck. What's up, Jiggy? We beat Devoted Druid in the first one. It was the new Devoted Druid list that was playing Karn the Great Creator in the deck. I want a food, or do I want my... I want my Sky Noodle. Let's get a dragon. It's not a dragon. Let's get a dragon. It's not a dragon. Let's get the dragon. Let's just get the dragon, you know? Don't futz around. Just get the dragon. We are looking to escape this Uro as soon as we can, but currently untenable. We can play and explode an Engineered Explosives for 4 colors next turn if we want to, I think. No, I don't actually. No, I have a Gilded Goose. I was like, I have a way to produce a 4th color, right? I do. Hardcast Vengevine. Okay. Please attack my Wrenn and Six. The nice thing about Gilded Goose is Gilded Goose can bump the Stitcher Supplier so they won't get the trigger. You want to attack my Wrenn and Six? I love this. Jiggy, how much do you love the fact that people always attack your Wrenn and Six in this deck? It's just there for value. I don't have anything to retrace. I mean, technically, post board, I do have Galvanic Blast, but like that's not what it's there for. Like at all. That's one of the best possible draws. Okay, looks like we got this one. Urza. Lord High Artificer. The man himself coming on down. Coming on down to Pound Town. Yeah. Alright, I played the wrong land, so I can't pick up anything with the Wrenn and Six, but that's okay. I go 1, 2, 3, 4. If I play the EE on 0, 5. EE's not particularly good in this matchup, even though I was just commenting the fact that we can do something silly like... oh, I guess I could have tapped the Construct, but that's fine. I'd rather not. Sorry, Engineer Explosives, we can do things silly like I mentioned earlier, but this is definitely sweeter. Okay, there we go. Today I actually resolved my Urian trigger correctly. Hell yeah, love to win. I know it. I know it. Well, we trinketed up our Soul Guide Lantern this game already, which is great. I have a Mox Amber in play, so probably just getting an Astrolabe. Astrolabe's like the default grab with our boy Trinket Mage, although Shadowspear, let's not forget my boy Shadowspear. So I think we were probably winning this game already, but the Shadowspear is going to clinch it. I don't think they could possibly put out a board that can beat a 5/5 flying lifelink. 5/6. How many ticks we need to spend to have this deck? Oh, it's something like... actually, I can get you the number. Give me 1 second. I can get you the number. I think right now... it's approximately 1,000 tickets. It's approximately 1,000 tickets, and the online number according to Gold, or the paper number according to Goldfish is 1,800 USD, $1,800 USD. So this deck is a literal pile of money. Yeah, one of the quotes in our guide, which I think I still have the link for. Do I still have it? I don't. I can grab it. One of the quotes in our guide was from Get Smart, who said, you need 2 Mana Traders accounts to rent it. If you want to flex on people, this is where you go. Hashtag MTG flexing. Okay, Emry's a very good draw here. It's 1,200. My God, it's funny too because like some of the cards that are expensive online, like Karn, are much cheaper in paper, but that's made up for by the other cards. Like so, the land base is not that bad online. Online prices for lands are nowhere near as bad as they are in paper. But then you get hit on other things. Oh, I should have played the Ballista. All right, so we're going to attack for 8 with a lifelink construct, 4 in the air with Urian, so they're on a pretty fast clock here. If they block with Stitcher Supplier, they're going to get to flip some cards in their graveyard. It's really not going to matter because we're just doing way too much damage. We've got the lifelink. We're going to move the Shadowspear over to the construct. Tap, I don't know, food, and land. We're going to play Uro. What white legend do I have? What the hell? Okay, I don't know why this is showing that I can tap this for white. Is it a bug? Oh, Urian. I'm an idiot. All right. Figured it out. Wait, hold on. I wanted this for green. Green. Blue. Blue. Oh, and Jiggy, in the first match, we went off with Song. That's how I beat Devoted Druid, by the way. in the last game. They had the Devoted Druid combo on turn 4, but they didn't have a payoff, so I just combo killed them. With the Time Sieve, by the way. So new edition Time Sieve immediately was like, yo, what's up? All right, I'm at 30. Go ahead, opponent. You got this. I'm Lenny. This is Carl. I'm Lenny. All right. They have many triggers. These can't block, so they don't matter for me killing them next turn. Construct's going to do some work. It's just Urian in the air is going to kill them, and I have a Walking Ballista that can kill them, so I think we're good. Yeah, they scooped up. Yay, magic! Me and my opponent did the same thing in this game where we lost the game and we passed the turn and then scooped. I will be back in 2 seconds and we're going to hit the last match of this one. Or the last game of this match. All right, let's do it. Let's draw Soul Guide Lantern in the opener and just wreck them. Wreck them! Beating Dredge. Not always the easiest thing in the world, but we have the technology. Sky Noodle. Ooh. We draw a fetch land. We're good to go for the early game. And we've got the Trinket Mage to go get the Soul Guide Lantern. This is risky. We got 2 shots at a fetch land here. I'm going to keep this one. It's risky. We can get horribly punished for it, but it's a pretty good hand, so here's hoping. All right. Not Insanity. That's pretty good. Creeping Chill into a potential turn 2 Vengevine. You would mull the first hand? That's fair. They can be so explosive? Yeah, they can. They definitely can. Biggest problem is right now Wrenn and Six doesn't really do anything for me. Turns on my Mox Amber, but then it dies to them. Dies to my opponent attacking, so we might be in big trouble here, and this was a pretty rough hand to keep. Alright, let's see how bad it gets. So that doesn't cast the Narcomoeba, so this does not mean the Vengevines are coming back, but there are now 2 Vengevines in their graveyard. There's no prized amalgams, I think. Yeah, no prized amalgams, so a little bit lucky so far. If we draw a fetch land, we're off to the races. But there's a good chance there's 2 Vengevines coming up for us next turn, so that could be really, really bad. Fetch land. Yeah, buddy. Amber's gas. Amber is gas. So, play Wrenn and Six. Yeah. Play Wrenn and Six. Pick up land. Play Springleaf Drum. Okay. I think that's the best we can do. Playing Engineered Explosives on 1 doesn't do anything. We just got to basically not die this turn. It's going to be really rough with the double Vengevine. So they almost definitely are able to play 2 creatures this turn. But not yet, so we'll see. There's a world in which they can't get these Vengevines back. That's got to be a Gurmag Angler. It's taking them so long to cast. Yeah, so Trinket Mage gets to insulate us from that. Do they have a second creature? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So we got lucky. Lucky so far. Attacking the Wrenn and Six. You go, girl. Heya! How is it going? I assume Pensur? That's Pensur. My friendly European friend. Goose is not too bad to grab here. Potential for 5 mana. Second Wrenn and Six is not doing much for me right now. But beggar, not chooser over here. Trinket Mage is going to chump block. Yeah, and then one good goose will grab another. So I'll get the Soul Guide Lantern. First time firing someone. Ooh! Can I come? Wait, that's incredibly inappropriate. Can Jiggy go? Let's just eat one of their Vengevines. Could always just let them hit my Wrenn and Six since I have a second one. So lucky they didn't trigger Vengevines. Yo, man. You drew Hotfire in the challenge. My Dredge opponent, Sultai Crabline opponent, whiffs. It's the circle of life, baby. It's the circle of life. Yeah, I'm making light of it because it would actually be probably very unpleasant. Go to combat. Wow. So they're just not getting that Vengevine going, huh? Okay. So they're all on Wrenn and Six? Well, it's pretty easy. I don't know if I want to save the Wrenn and Six. I have a second one. I don't have anything else to do with my mana next turn. Just play Wrenn and Six and pick the Uro out of my sideboard. Yeah, this is fine. Let's we kept the sketchy hand. Let's try to make good plays. We'll try. Ashiok, Prized Amalgam. Sometimes they play Ashiok post board in grindier matchups because they want to be able to keep milling themselves. Okay. We would really like to pick up a Song of Creation or a Urza or a Karn anytime soon would be just grand. Island's fine. Green. Wrenn and Six. I don't need this land right now, so let's ping down their Narcomoeba. And put Urian into my hand. Get that Karn. What is up, Mare Bear? How you doing, sassy hair? Our good friend, the Sky Needle, is going to help us out of this, I hope. Sky Noodle. He's the piece of giant spaghetti that you shan't forget. Oh no, they're attacking me. They figured it out. Oh shit. Let's block Goose there. And Goose there. I think I'll just take 3. Because I want to be able to blink as much as possible with Urian next turn. So yeah. I'm pretty good. Ate a little bit too much wonderful reheated butter chicken from the weekend. Homemade from my grandmother. A list for us. What is this list for us? Kinnan Outcome. You know what? You got it. Next week we're playing Paradoxical Outcome. Jiggy tested it and said it was terrible, but it was Goldfinger. Jiggy tested it, said it was terrible. Ow. Creeping Chill to the Brain. I'm doing really well with this list. My problem most of the time is time. Yeah, all of these decks tend to have that going on in some form or fashion. Okay. Ooh, that is not what you like to see. You did that list on your own. Cool. Oh no, I'm just you're really happy with main deck? Okay. Well, I'm certainly willing to take a look at it. Okay, so Trinket Mage is going to be able to get me Shadowspear. So assuming that I don't die next turn, we're in good shape. Hold on. So Urian, okay. Trigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, sure. Good. Oh no! I mean, I'll make any changes that I feel are appropriate, but I'm glad you're doing well with it. So Jiggy was trying before with that. He said it was bad. My inclination was it was going to be bad, and that was mostly based on the fact that I think because Mox Amber is your only Mox, you don't get to do the thing that that deck gets to do in Vintage, which is obviously you PO like 3 or 4 Moxes. As well as other artifact mana, because Legacy and Vintage, Legacy Legality, Vintage Legality has a lot more mana rocks that are just like goofy, where they're just mana positive for no good reason. Assassin's Trophy. This could be problematic. Okay. So I have some food to crack here, but I might have to chump block with this Goose. That's bad. So we got to draw Uro or Urza or Karn or Song of Creation. Basically now. So I'm going to chump block Gurmag Angler with the Goose and crack 2 foods. And then we'll have a Shadowspear on the Trinket Mage to crack back. Sort of fight the life loss. Gotta rip that Uro or something. Yeah, if I don't draw something good, I'm gonna have enough mana to crack these foods, so that's a good one. Oh crap. That might have been the wrong thing to grab. Do I have one more land? I really hope so. I don't think I technically need it. I will answer your question again in a second. I'm tight on clock here right now, so I really gotta haul butt. I had one more. Good, 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 good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So Karn plus. Okay, so we're not going to be able to attack with. Okay, that's fine. Ish. We'll see. That was probably a bad idea. I do still have a blocker. Don't have time to find out how many how many Creeping Chills they have left in their deck. I'm assuming it's a number I'm not going to be too happy to hear. Play a bridge. I can still crack a food right now. The only thing I'm preventing from attacking is Gourmet Angler unless I play out both the cards in my, or these 2 cards in my hand, which is fine. Okay, so now they can't attack me with anything relevant. All right. I don't know that I can win this match, but we're going to try. We're going to be very, very tight on time. Oh, no, no, no. No, not another trophy. Oh, an Abrupt Decay. Okay, okay. I mean, that was what I asked for, I guess. So go to 1. No. Oh, boy. They're just going to flip a Creeping Chill? Yeah. All right. Lost to some middling draws from Crabvine. Oh, I could have just Soul Guide Lanterned. I probably wasn't going to win that game anyway. I could have Soul Guide Lanterned them. Sorry, just doing multiple things at the same time. So let's see. Screen's a little dark. All right, so Crabvine's definitely something that can beat you. They didn't beat me there yet. I definitely could have kept going, although I was going to get attacked to 1, so probably weren't going to win that anyway. So anyway, let's see. Combo with Aetherflux and Paradoxical Outcome, or just go for value. Did really well with this list, a bunch of 4/1s. My only loss was to combos like Scapeshift and Storm. Well, that sounds pretty good. I was thinking of archetypes again and read up on it today. Then I listed all the decks I've done the best with: Snow Control, Scapeshift, Uroza, Inverter, Sultai Delirium, Esper Super Friends, Temur Wreck, Bant Ramp, Fires. I guess based on that, my preference is Control with some Control combo variants. Yeah. I mean, I would definitely say I'm a more controlling player overall. Even when I'm playing a deck like this, I tend to approach it more like a control player than like an aggressive player. And one of the funny things is, like, whenever I play a deck that I think is supposed to be very aggressive, like say Eldrazi-tron, I will usually do better with it after a while when I realize that it's probably more controlling than I thought it was. Hand's not great, but it's good enough, especially on the play. Here against Staffmat 1992, who I've definitely played against before. I think I'll keep this Bauble in case I draw an Emry on turn 2. Forest. Sprawl. Shit. Well, that's not an Arbor Elf. I can't kill that with my Walking Ballista. So I have an island in my hand. This can produce, or this can get me a forest if I need to, if they have a turn 2 Blood Moon or something of that nature. I could play out a Walking Ballista for 1, but that's not really particularly relevant if they're on the Gruul mid-range deck. It was a tight one versus Crabvine. I'm still a little bit in that last game, so you gotta shake it off. Oh. Second Sprawl. That's a yikes from me, dog. Don't pillage me, friendo. Make us to the moon. All right. That is something we were prepared for. We'll be able to get up to 4 mana and kill it with a Walking Ballista, so hopefully that's going to be good enough. Insano's still doing great on Urian Scapeshift. I mean, Urian Scapeshift is still a fine deck. Definitely nothing wrong with that thing. As I mentioned in the deck tech video that will be released, maybe this Glory Banger is going to hurt. The deck tech video I was doing for the website I will be working with. So I have to play Snow-Covered Island to play the Uro, which means I can't play this Astrolabe this turn, but I'll be able to play it next turn and play Walking Ballista X=2 to kill a Makes of the Moon, so... We're just looking to get to enough mana right now to Karn plus Bridge. We don't really have to do it in one turn on in this deck. So as I was just talking about... Oh, never mind. As I was just talking about, so Urian... as all companions did, Urian suffers from the companion change. But unlike Lurus, Urian is not as much of an early game card. Urian works better as the last thing you play almost all the time in decks that are able to put out more mana. So it does not surprise me that Urian is the companion who's sort of like lasting on the mostest. Okay, so we can go Ballista this turn, and then we're not able to put fetch lands in the graveyard until we kill the Magus, but actually, yeah, this can get me my breeding pool after I kill the Magus. So, and then the Walking Ballista plus the Scalding Tarn plus the Prismatic Vista in my hand means that I can cast Uro next turn. 5, 6, 7. We'll be able to cast Uro next turn and get the Urian out of my sideboard. And Urian is a thick enough noodle to smack down the Glory Banger. I wonder if Bant Snow is still the best control deck around. I assume so, and the reason is because it's the most boring one. Bant Snow plays no cards that are not the best in class, basically, because they're playing Cryptic Command as like the best sort of high CMC counterspell. They're playing so they're playing Cryptic Command as the best high CMC counterspell. They're playing Mana Leak as the best 2-mana counterspell. They're playing Ice Fan Coatl, which is like the best value creature in the game. They're playing Astrolabe. They're playing... It's between Bant and Salt... Oh my god, Scavenging Ooze. The freaking timing. Sorry. I think it's between Bant and Sultai Wreck, but Bant still has the capacity to come back from lost games so well. Well, the thing is, Bant has Teferi. Teferi is just not an okay card in control mirrors. What are you? What? Oh, sure. You know what really grinds my gears? When my opponent does something like that, they just whack you with just a weird, like, in response. All right, so we get the bridge and play the bridge next turn. Can't play the bridge this turn. Can't play the Uro because they had the nuts and they got to exile it. Everything is tier 1 right now. I would need to look at the modern meta decks, but I would hazard a guess it's like Gruul, Bant Snow, and there's probably... Oh, maybe Burn? I don't know if Burn's doing all that well, actually. All right. E-Tron's way up there. They just seem to be really well positioned in general right now. Well, I couldn't tell you why. It's Glory Banger? Yeah, it just dead. So that hand that I said was going to be good enough on the play, not good enough on the play. We do get to boarding Galvanic Blast, and this is generally a pretty good matchup for us, so let's see if we can swing it. There's a whole bunch of things that went just ever so slightly not good enough for us there. So board out the Ashiok. They're not particularly good here. I kind of like Jace. Maybe he should just bite it, though. This is becoming like my regular sideboard configuration against anything that's aggressive. You just take out these cards and you bring in the Galvanic Blasts. Maybe cut the Soul Guide Lantern for Jace, because I think I'm more likely to want Pithing Needle against a Chandra than I am to want anything else. Ballista and Engineer Explosives are both relatively okay. Yeah, I think this is where I want to be. We have new tools in the fact that we're now playing 2 Song of Creation, so maybe we get to do something fun there. Although based on its recent performances in these decks, I think a third song might just be better than the one Jace. Oh, this hand is yikes. It's a lot of payoffs and not enough gas. We're on the play, but we can easily just get dismantled by bolts and stuff. Think I really want to ship this. Okay. Keep and pray? Are we on the keep and pray? Am I on the keep and pray? There's so much stuff we can draw that makes this hand explosive. I wouldn't keep. Well, too late now. Mad cow chicken. Why'd you keep it a secret? Why'd you keep it a secret? And this is on their 7. Yeah, they just bang had it. Always has the turn 1 acceleration. It's never Arbor Elf. So I kind of want to just get Forest Island here. Means I don't have red mana for the song. Stomping Ground Island is not... No, we want Steam Vents Forest, as usual. Steam Vents Forest is the opener we basically always want to go for. And there's our... Yeah. We do have to have them not Magus, though, because if they Magus, I won't have blue mana. So, didn't know we were going to draw a Scalding Tarn. If we had been greedy, we would have been able to get going with this. Bant has Snapcaster Mage, though. Love that card. I do love it more than Wrenn and Six hard choices. I'm actually not sure which one of those cards I like more anymore. It's Snap. My Snap answer for my favorite card in Magic of all time has been Snapcaster Mage for years, but I've clearly registered more copies of Wrenn and Six than like anything else. So, Bolt, good. Bolt's what we want to see here. Bolt into nothing. They got the fear, which is justified. My deck does scary things potentially next turn. We're going to go get our island, so hopefully that means we're safe from the moon. Draw. Land. Land. That's not land. That's like land adjacent. It's like 4 stops over from land. It could have been a land if we played our Darksteel Citadel. How do you feel about Choke, though? I would hope they'd ask my permission first. Please, no. No Choke. Don't wish that evil on me. Season Pyro. Whew! You love to see it. All right, let's top deck a land. Let's just do it. It'd be great. That's not close enough to the land. Okay. It does give me something to do post Urza, at least. The Trinket Mage. I think Springleaf Drum, I think. Yeah, I think so. The drums in the deep. Yeah. Drums in the deep. We're definitely gonna Bauble on their turn. Probably should have just Baubled last turn, but I kind of wanted to have the 0 in my hand in case we hit the Song Creation mana. Song of Creation with enough 0-drops is crazy because it guarantees that you're going to have a land drop. And in this deck, the land drop can turn into an Emry. The Emry turns on your Mox Ambers. Your Mox Ambers mean you can play a Springleaf Drum. Your Springleaf Drum can get you to your Kinnan. And your Kinnan can get you onto whatever amount of mana you need. So it's actually incredible that without being a song-focused build, this deck, whilst doing everything else that it wants to do anyway, is just doing that. Okay, here, hopefully they don't bother exerting here. We'll see. I really, really hope they don't. They did not. Good. I'm just going to take it. So we'll see if they regret that when my Trinket Mage is able to tap for my Springleaf Drum. Gotta hit a land first, though. We can Uro this turn if we hit a land, too, but I'd rather... Okay, so... Shoot. Okay, so we play the Mox. Play the Uro. No, hold on. Play the Springleaf Drum. Springleaf Drum taps the Trinket Mage for Uro. Then the Mage is tapped, but I wasn't going to use the Mage to block anyway. Right? Right. Right? Right. Then I'll have 2 Uros in my graveyard that they'll want to target, so hopefully they do. And then while Uro's in play, we'll tap the Mox Amber for the Springleaf Drum here. So. There we go. Yeah, I know I can. Oh, believe me, I don't think that I'm the one who's ever going to miss the opportunity to use Springleaf Drum or Mox Amber with Uro. So I have a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, this might get a little awkward next turn. We'll see. They don't necessarily know that I know that they have the Scoos. Didn't exert. Okay. We're just going to take the 6 again. Going to 11, which is not too bad. Yeah, Scoos. Eat both my Uros. I have enough food that if I can play the Uro next turn, we can also escape it. As long as you stack your triggers correctly. Which is, so this is the specific circumstance. So if Pygonti ever watches this, this is a very important sort of niche play. Yeah. So that Scoos is a fatty. So the important niche play is that when you play your Uro, you have to stack your triggers correctly. And the reason why is that if you stack them in the wrong order, your Uro will be in the graveyard and you'll have a trigger on the stack, which means you won't be able to cast it. Okay, so we're going to play Song here. We're going to play Bauble here, and we're just going to go off. That's got to be the plan. Yep. Song. Sing a song. Yield. Let's go! All right. Alrighty. We hit the Goose. Goose is not that good here. This is the rhythm of the night. That's right. Oh no. Is that it? Did we fizzle already? Shoot. Oh no. Okay. I had another land drop, but I can't get any more colors. Shoot. That's one of the first quickest fizzles I've had in a while. And I think that means we're just dead. No, I can crack my food, so I'm going to 13. But then they're hitting me for 9, 10, 11, 12. Because they can just exert the Glorybringer because they didn't do it until now. Well, shit. And even if I draw Galvanic Blast with the Mishra's Bauble, it won't matter. So we're just dead here. And the Scoos can get even bigger. Shoot. Just dying to Grull. We tried. So I could have just played Urza this turn. Would that have been better? I don't think so. I mean, it's amazing how close we got. We just drew the wrong colors, right? If I had one more green mana, it usually lasts a lot longer. What's happening to our beautiful deck? Nothing. This is the regular variance, my friend. You just had much, much hotter hot streaks than I ever did. Second Glorybringer. Yeah. Good draw. I mean, they also had the Scavenging Ooze right on time to knock out my Uro, so I had to take the line that I did. I was 1 mana short of playing and escaping the Uro in my hand, and they ate 2 Uros out of my graveyard. So we were just faced with a pretty brutal board right away. We just didn't explode fast enough. So, you know. This deck is new, and it's shiny, and it's amazing, but it's not perfect. We didn't explode fast enough. It is. Telling you, Sphinx of Foresight. Jiggy, I am never registering that card until you tell me that it is definitively, by experimental evidence, a great thing to do. Because I just don't believe in it. You're not going to get me on board. I can't do it. Hand is insane. We're on the draw, but... Like, if you can show me that it's good enough, but I just don't believe it. You got a plan? You got a prescription? You got a fever? You got a fever for Sphinxes? I need cowbell. I need a cowbell. I need a cowbell soundbite, maybe. Can I resolve my? Oh, for the love of... What are you doing there, Moto? There we go. Ho! All right. No. All right. Looks like it's Death Shadow. I own a cowbell. At least I think I do. I know I left one on a ship when I was working. They talked about you and our brewing in the midweek metagame podcast. Neat. Have to check that out. Well, they're on a very slow start. So do I want to go equally slow is the question. Do we play Tapland, Springleaf Drum, and then next turn we play Kinnan into Trinket Mage? I think so. Prepare to be perplexed, opponent. I got a fever. They gonna stub this? Oh my god. Okay. You got me. Oh, you. This has gotta be turn 3 Gurmag Angler, which is like... That's pretty bad. Unless maybe they have... What is this? Cling to Dust. That's a yikes, dog. Holy crap. Okay. Okay. Now Gurmag Angler? Because they can't play a Death Shadow? No way. They can't not have... Oh my god. If they have a Drown in the Loch, it's for 1. Okay, so we're going to play Trinket Mage and get a 0-drop for the Sun creation, probably? I think so. I guess I could get Mox Amber, so then I might play Kinnan next turn plus Mox... Yeah, okay, we're going to do that instead, actually. When did you start streaming Mana Symbol? Technically several years ago, doing a very tiny amount of Dota 2. But about 6 months ago was when I sort of picked up Magic streaming for Rizzy Reels. It's been a slow growth, but it's felt well earned. It felt like I didn't get anything handed to me. And I will say, so one of the streamers that I was watching a bunch before I started was Jeff Hoagland, and he definitely had some good wisdom in that it's probably not a good idea to start streaming unless you already have a reason that people will want to watch you. I got really lucky in that I had a really good friend, Roy the Boy Passarathan, who would just come hang out with me every night when I was streaming. He'd just come hang out. Sometimes on the calls, he would just hop on Discord with me. And that made it bearable for the first like month and a half when literally no one would come into the stream. And from the start, I started posting everything to YouTube because I like that idea. And now we're here. Okay, they can't have another Stubborn Denial, right? They're not going to have a third one? That Death Shadow's fine. Just don't have another stub. Another stub would drive me up the wall. So we can play Kinnan, Mox Amber, and Karn. Urza content on YouTube. Yep. Did a lot of that. Glad to be back. I freaking love playing Urza. They have all, like, every goddamn GDS player. Are you reliving your time while you were playing Ad Nauseam? Are you reliving the Ad Nauseam days? Okay, so they can't counter Kinnan with this. I missequenced. I should have played the Mox Amber first, because if they have a Lightning Bolt here, they're going to be able to kill Kinnan in response to me casting the Mox Amber. So this is actually possibly a very significant mistake. No, okay, good. Karn. Vietnam-esque flashbacks. 1,000-yard stare. When you're playing against Death Shadow, all you want to do is play something else. When you're not playing against Death Shadow, all you can think about is how they're always going to have it. It becomes your life. Okay, so they got a 1/1 Death Shadow. Yeah. The rice dish. Yeah. Oh, what the hell was it? I love that scene. It was made from coconut milk, something, and 5 kinds of rice. Hold on, I gotta look it up. I gotta read this. Forced to subsist on a thin stew made of fish, vegetables, prawns, and 4 kinds of rice. I came close to madness trying to find it here in the States, but they just can't get the spices right. Well, they'd be able to now. There's plenty of Vietnamese people hanging out in the States. Binging with Babish did a good cook of that dish. Yeah, Binging with Babish has done some cool stuff. There was something they did that was really stupid, but most of it was good. Oh, it was when they did there was one from Bob's Burgers that was the... Okay, I'm going to try to play the bridge first, because if this resolves, we get to stay alive for a good long while. Cool. And then next turn, we're going to play Song into Goose. They did the... What was it called? He did the... It's a burger. It was like a beef Wellington burger. Oh, the Meat Saya. The Meat Saya. Oh, I can't play Song into Goose, actually. Unless I cheat. Fortunately, Magic the Gathering Online is not going to let me cheat. Second Gurmag Angler? It's got to be. Yep. When you live in New York City, you can get every goddamn burrito and every type of meat. Yeah, I guess. Okay, there we go. So we're going to play Song into Pithing Needle and see where we go. Very important part of this this deck: yield to your Song and Creation trigger, or in paper, just draw the damn cards. Just draw the damn cards. Have they conceded? No. Okay. Do they have anything with activated abilities in their deck? Maybe the Royal Scions? I don't think they play that anymore. I guess I could name one of the fetch lands they're playing that I'm not, but let's just name the Royal Scions. It's kind of a higher upside. We're going to play the Astrolabe because it draws 3 cards here, and we still have another land draw. Yeah. Fetch lands, baby. JVP. JVP is not a main deck card in GDS, right? Because we're just going to say a bunch of acronyms that are definitely going to make sense to people. Gas. That's gas. Let's fetch first. Get forest. Oh, no forest left. Okay, get an island. Bauble. Oh no. Am I whiffing? No! Wait, no, we're not done yet. Got an Astrolabe. The world is a wicked place. Wait, now we whiff? Now I whiff with better cards in my hand? There's no justice. There's no justice. Oh no, guys, I've drawn too many cards. They're going to be able to attack under the bridge. What? Oh, thank God. Needs more Tamiyo. Did you cut the Tamiyo for the second song? I cut the Ox for the second song. I cut the Tamiyo before the challenge. Jiggy played the Tamiyo. I did not. So they still do have Kolaghan's Command in their deck, so it's possible for them to get out from under this bridge. But okay, what do you got? Snow-covered swamp on top. Yeah, I mean Tamiyo was pretty cool when it was in the deck. Did Jiggy do better? He did do. Which clearly means his list is the superior list, right? Oh, /S. All right, you knew Jiggy did better. Got it. I see. Okay, Emry's finally giving me mana. And we've got a Kinnan coming in. Let's flip an Uro, maybe. You drew hotter? Well, I mean, we've talked about that part of this deck already. So we tap that for 2. Play the Springleaf Drum. We're playing 72 of 75. Yeah. Oh no, they're gonna push my Kinnan. I mean, yeah. All right, let's make mana off our Astrolabes while Kinnan's in play. This shouldn't matter at all because we're just gonna draw way too many cards. Let's play Ashiok. See if we can't convince them that there's no winning this. There's an Urza. So this is the exact kind of situation where Time Sieve will be super helpful because it basically means I'm going to be able to win the game on this turn cycle rather than later. I guess it's kind of always wise to leave up your Moxes, your Springleaf Drums and such until you draw your Kinnan, but yeah, they scooped. You gotta do you. I frown on idolatry. Idolatry is the is that the right word? That doesn't sound right. That doesn't taste right. Idolatry? Really? Maybe it is the right word, just nobody uses it. I think this is not a Shadowspear matchup. Your people. You're from London. No one uses it, but I love it. All right, it's the Kent Brockman with avoision, tax avoision. No, I don't say evasion. I say avoision. You globalist people. Yeah, Pithing Needle is definitely actually not that good here. Jace is just a bit expensive, and I just feel like Walking Ballista in the early game as a blocker could make a difference. Really definitely want Veil of Summer. Their removal is all black, and they have a bunch of counter magic. Like, they're playing blue-black interaction. Their only red spell really is Temur Battle Rage, usually. And Kolaghan's Command, which Veil of Summer also protects us from. Obviously not as good on the draw as it is on the play. They played discard. No targeted discard last game, which was surprising. So for anyone who's checked out the primer, this is a tough matchup, but obviously you can win it like we did there. They ran out of resources and they had a pretty stumbly start. On a faster start with a more proactive clock, we would have been in trouble there. Oh, you modified it. Look at you with the modified emote. All right, can I keep this? If I get Thoughtseize, it's going to be really bad. I need to draw a second land, but I can draw a second land of basically any color. I think I'm supposed to mulligan this, but I'm going to keep it just on the back of wanting to keep as many cards as possible against a discard-based deck. If they hit me with the Thoughtseize and we just stumble and die, then it's on me again. So I'm not taking particularly aggressive mulligans today. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's the complete train wreck first league that I played yesterday. Okay, so this can only take the right cards. They can't take any of the payoffs, of which I have one of all of them. Starting league with Sphinx and Foresight. Well, good luck, Godspeed, my friend. Opponent's having a little bit of a tank on this. They take the Astrolabe. Yep, that is the correct card to take. So we can play Kinnan into Mox Amber, assuming we draw a land. Nope, just drew an extra Astrolabe. Scrybug, always on our side. Second land already. And then next turn we have access to 3 mana. If we draw another Mox Amber, we go completely nuts next turn. Amber, Wrenn, 6, Karn, Uroza, Sphinx, ×2. You cannot keep that, right? You scry 3 twice. You do not scry 6, right? Just for your clarity in your mind. So I mean, you could, if you hit 2 lands in the top 6, because you can just keep going into. So as long as but if you hit a land in the top 3, you get to scry 2 more underneath that one. So you could keep it. You absolutely could. I mean, yeah. I guess you should do the experiment. Run the experiment. See if it's something that. See if it's the thing, I guess. For anyone who's watching this at home, I have a wonderful chat full of people. JiggyWiggy, the other creator of this deck, is on, and he's doing some weird science. And it's a weird science party. Who could ask for more? Okay. So we got Urza next turn. Or Song, but we're probably playing Urza next turn. Urza also dodges more of their counter magic and is a harder card for them to kill. Of course, if they kill my Kinnan here, I'm going to be a little bit up a creek. Hey, look, they killed my Kinnan here. I'm a little bit up a creek. Okay. They're at 14. Maybe they have some Death Shadows rotting in their hand, though. Yeah, it's a little bit of a yikes. All right. So, Springleaf Drum is nice-ish. If in the future I pick up a Kinnan or... Hold on. No lands, 6 cards down. Ooh. That's a big yikes for me, dog. That hand kind of needed to hit 2, right? Like, That wasn't really like one wasn't really gonna do it. You needed two. It was 7 days. Did you really bottom 6 cards and then hit? Good for you. Okay, so if they have Drown in the Loch here, as I suspect they might, yikes. Well, let's see. We're not dead on board. So if this resolves, I get to add 2 mana. So depending on what I draw, we could go somewhere maybe. Where we're going, we definitely need an Uro. Put a land onto the battlefield. I don't have one. So tap this for green, which is fine. Uro dies. Okay, can't keep these. Well, I mean, the 0 land... But, I mean, I think if you did the Hyper Geo, Jiggy, I think it would be on your side. It's really complicated because you have to do a 3 into a 3, which is a little mind melty. But I would posit that the calculator would say that you were correct there. Does drown my goose? Does not drown my goose. What are you doing, friend? How dead am I? How dead am I? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Many Magic the Gathering players ask the question, am I dead? There are lots of ways you can become dead, sometimes by a lot. Let's find out. There it is. Drown the goose. So, if I draw any land at all, we can escape Uro, and then have access to at least 2 mana. Of course, what we will do instead is play Urza, then play Uro. Yeah, we can do that. Because the Astrolabe will convert 1 into green, and the Springleaf Drum will also... Oh, we're just dead. Okay, got it. Well, let's see if we can get game 3 on the play, maybe. Really close to surviving. We went to 11, unfortunately. They had exactly what they needed here, plus 2. So down we go. Still happy with how I sideboarded? Yes. All right, let's go. All right, much better opener? Much better opener. This is low to no risk. They could have early discard, but we're going to have stuff to do afterwards. We've got a Soul Guide Lantern to start cracking away at their graveyard. What is up, Zanman? Apparently, I've got a podcast to check out. The Midweek Meta? Was it Midweek Meta? Someone told me there was a podcast that mentioned this deck. Who mentioned it? Someone mentioned it. Midweek Meta. Ring a bell for anyone? Does anyone remember what I was supposed to look up? Anybody? Midweek metagame. Okay, cool. I did remember. This Game to Thief? Oh, God. You mean real Magic players talked about the deck? Oh, Jesus. Okay, so this means they absolutely have removal from my Kinnan next turn, but I think we're playing it anyway. No, I think we're going to play out Goose and Soul Guide Lantern. 2 other people with pulses. Wasn't that guy that you talked about, Jiggy, and you got the quote from him. What was the name? What was the name? Get Smart. Harry MTG. It was Get Smart. Who Jiggy actually had the name of, because I need the name so I can do the wrestling or the wrestler sort of name setup. Not all wrestlers have that, but I prefer it when they do. Lawson, Zanman, Zandy. Aaron, JiggyWiggy, Sing. It's also really, really funny when like Zanman or Cave Dan, they have their name in there, in their internet name. So it's Daniel Cave Dan Shriver. Okay, so I have access to 1, 2, 3 mana next turn. That's not good enough. Could play and pop Engineered Explosives on one, but I'm not particularly happy about doing that, so what are we going to do instead? Play Kinnan and then do nothing. We're so close, but we didn't hit a land. We'll have the Bauble for the next turn cycle, so maybe this gets us somewhere. We want to use this Soul Guide Lantern to stop them from resolving a Gurmag Angler. We have to do it in response to that fetch land. Which I think I will. It's not adding any mana for me anytime soon. Obviously, it would do so with Urza, but I'm not looking forward to them being able to put a 5-power creature into play in addition to their 4-power creature. So, sorry, what? They put it into play tapped. For the love of why? Dismember. Well, that sucks. Yep. Okay. Having to use the Engineered Explosives here is really not the most appealing proposition. Haven't ground through their hand effectively yet, so we might be in big trouble on this one. Really would like to hit an Urza. Another Kinnan is kind of okay. You get to go Kinnan into Karn. If I want to spend all my resources, which I might as well. Problem is, if I get Bridge, they have the ability to just kill my Karn and then have a counter. But I probably have to do that. If you get another Engineer Explosives, that doesn't really help me at all. Yeah, I think I gotta get the Bridge. Bridge will help me sort of start whittling through their interaction. Because this Engineered Explosives is not an exciting proposition. Street Wraith. Okay. Death Shadow's looking scurry. Foxies. Well, there goes my Bridge. I can just attack down my Karn. It's an 8/8 Shadow. They tap their red source, so they can't Temur Battle Rage this turn unless they play another red source. So if they have the TBR, we're dead no matter what. You are always dead to Temur Battle Rage. Blocking won't matter. So if they attack me, we're not blocking. And if they have the Temur Battle Rage, we're just dead. Oh well. Yeah, so this is definitely one of the more difficult matchups. It was very, very much not present in the meta a little while back, but it has been. They don't even let me show them whether I'm blocking or not. I guess that's fair, because it's not going to matter, but this feels a little rude. Excuse me, your sequencing was not correct. All right, so falling to 1 and 3 tonight. Yikes. All right. No, that's not. Okay, that's not how you say those words. GDS absolutely a combo deck. I mean, it's not. It's a tempo deck. It really, really is a tempo deck. It's just a tempo deck that gets to play like a 1 mana, 8/8 at the cost of putting itself to a point where you can just kill it out of nowhere sometimes with Galvanic Blast. I mean, yeah, the whole deck is like super synergistic, and then Temur Battle Rage just sort of puts it over the top in that one little respect. But tempo deck that loses without a specific sequence of cards. Yeah, I guess, but I mean, tempo deck that wins on turn 3, GDS, bold. I mean, it could be a tempo deck with a combo in it. The problem that I have with calling it a combo deck is like it plays and attacks with creatures like that in a way where it's just like it can just be vulnerable to thing like a Fatal Push. And I guess like combo decks are vulnerable to things too. I'm not saying that they're not, but because this hand is a little slow but reasonable. They mold a 5? Ooh. I mean, under that definition, Zanman, you could just call it an aggro deck. Same with Burn, right? You could call GDS an aggro deck. The thing is, it's an aggro deck with tons of interaction, both stack based and discard. So like, Cheerios would eat it to Fatal Push. Yeah, exactly. But it's not. The thing is, Cheerios isn't attacking with its creatures, right? And like obviously combo decks can attack with creatures, but usually they're attacking you with an infinity creature. This hand is something against Soulscar Mage. You would call it a secret combo deck. I mean, you could call anything a combo deck if you stretch the definition enough. Tron's a combo deck. Except we have a word for what Tron is. It's a big mana deck. Titan's a combo deck. Titan actually definitely feels a lot more like a combo deck than Tron does. So small sequencing mistake because I was talking. I did not play my Mox Amber on turn 1 while I was against something that could definitely be a burn deck. So if they had an Eidolon of the Great Revel, we could have been in trouble there. Hopefully this Emry gets to stick around because we need the mana from her in addition to the fact that she can do more than that. I just call it a Jund deck. Big fatty with hand disruption. Sure, but I mean... But they don't grind like Jund does. They don't have the same kind of value. Like Jund feels way more like a mid-range deck, and Death Shadow feels way more like a tempo deck. They're just both able to play the black discard spells that make non-combo decks really good in formats that allow them, like Modern, Legacy, and Pioneer. So if Inverter is combo control, or control combo in that order, I guess. No, it's combo control. Or Splinter Twin. Splinter Twin is combo tempo, right? And that's basically what GDS feels like. They do have the ability to put together a 2-card combo that just kills you out of nowhere, but they also have the ability to put a lot of pressure on you and disrupt all the things that you're trying to put together. People on Magic Online always surprised about their opponent wishing them well. Okie dokie. Let's not die and not have Emry die. I got some high hopes. This is unlikely to come to fruition here. Okay, so we're taking 9. We were at 16. Okay, so if they have Lava Spike, am I dead? So this is 6. That would be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, we go to 1. So if they have Lava Spike and they flash it back, I go to 1. Lightning Bolt. And that's going to be on Emry? It's going to be on me? Okay. So, going to 2. Okay. It's a big yikes. I have to go to 1 to play my Urza? Do I? Is that true? Yes. Sphinx is gas versus Grill. I mean, that's possible. It's possible. So I have to take 0 damage from their hand this turn. That seems unlikely, right? I would rate this as unlikely, but here we go. Here's my Urza. Here's my Urza. I could use Emry to play Mishra's Bauble, which makes my construct bigger. Would I rather have her as a blocker? I suppose it's really not going to matter. Let's pass the turn with the extra blocker. So if they draw so they have 2 draws here. So if they draw a Mishra's Bauble, if they draw a land, if they draw another prowess creature, preferably Soulscar Mage. Okay, so there's a land. Just dead? Just dead. Okay. Oh, Fork Bolt. My Delver deck just got hit with Anger of the Gods into Boil. How do I delete my MTGO account? By having counter magic? You didn't counter either of those things in your Delver deck. Of course you lost. And I'm not saying that you... Veil of Summer. What? Okay, well you have to explain things like that. Because you're supposed to add that to your Bad Beats story. Because you also got Veil of Summered in the same game, my friend. Okay, so let's go Soul Guide Lantern out, Pithing Needle out, Jace out, something like that. Soul Guide might be okay, but is there something I want less? Maybe? Oh, Ashiok's not particularly good here. Neither Ashiok. Let's grab this Walking Ballista. Or maybe we'll keep the Pithing Needle because it can turn off their drawing lands, but I don't actually know what they're playing. Let's grab the second Walking Ballista. So what you mean to say is your Delver deck got Veil of Summered and Anger of the Gods and boiled. By who? Was that Gruul? That's so you hit their if that was Gruul, you hit all their sideboard cards, many of which are like 2-ofs. They don't play a sideboard that's like 3 and 4-ofs. They play a lot of 1 and 2s. So okay, we're gonna keep this. It's got Astrolabe, Springleaf Drum, and a piece of interaction. Because it looks like we're against Prowess and not Burn. Burn doesn't normally play Soulscar Mage. It does play the Swiftspear, but it doesn't play the Soulscar Mage. So against Prowess, any type of interaction for their creatures is really, really good. Don't feel bad. I lost a red aggro with a lot of 1-drops on board. I have 4 EE main. Yeah, I mean, that's just the thing that happens. Magic's full of variance. We all know. We all know. My red aggro opponent is tanking forever to figure out if they're going to kill me or not. There we go. Gotta upkeep Bauble. So, I don't want to get cute. We're just going to kill the Swiftspear right now. We're going to get Forest here. Hopefully we pick up an Uro reasonably soon. So our hand is not looking too good. Not too bad, but not too good. Getting one of their prowess creatures off the battlefield is one of the best things you can do to get you through an early game. But if this is a Kiln Fiend, Goblin Guide. Whew. Hold on. They're playing Soulscar Mage and Swiftspear and Goblin Guide? I don't know what my opponent's doing anymore. I thought I knew. God. Yeah, it looks like we're just not going to be good enough here. All right. Looking a little rough. Little rough. Oh no. Smash to smithereens my Springleaf Drum. Maybe we find the Uro now? Hey! It was that thing I said was going to happen. It definitely does more for me than Karn does this turn. So play Uro first. See what we pick up. Leave the Shadowspear. Called shots. We're calling all the shots here. Okay. Sack the Uro. Play Island. Play the Shadowspear. Still a pretty good chance we just die, but Bauble does not pump their Goblin Guide. Remember, though, this game was on the play. The top is Bauble. Okay. So I can escape Uro here for the cost of 1 life. That's definitely what we're going to do. Currently in the Wall of Denial bracket in Modern, come help me. No, this is America. You got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps there, Zanny. No one's going to help you. You got to help yourself. America helps the man who helps himself. No socialism in my country, damn it. For reference, I'm from Canada. Uro only helps those who help themselves. Speaking of which, Uro! Oh, they haven't skull cracked me yet. I'm getting hopeful. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. For anyone tuning in, my wonderful friend Zanman1414, fabulous Magic the Gathering player and streamer, and he's stuck in the Wall of Denial bracket. You know, every year, dozens of Magic players will fall into the Wall of Denial bracket, and it's scary down there. You can help them. You can help them for a small donation, less than the cost of a cup of coffee a day. See this? Less than this. Can I have resolved my Uro yet? My opponent's grieving phase is taking a minute here. Demian Desposito. Demia. Desposito. Despacito. Not understand my clock continue, but I don't can play. Oh. It's upsetting. Do 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 do. Bolt me. Okay. I'm not dead yet. Oh god. Bolt me again? They didn't. What? They split their bolts badly there? Do they just have the kill in their hand then? I do not understand what happened. Well, I'm glad we each had a Bauble. Okay, we're at 4. We're likely dead, but they can't attack. Fork Bolt. Shh, I'm so dead, right? Oh my god. Yup. Gain 6 life. Not good enough. Whew! We got smoked! Absolutely devastated there by Burn. Alright, so 1 and 4. Not a impressive showing from the deck tonight, but let me tell you, this still is a fabulous deck for the modern format. So just a little talk down here. So I'm definitely not feeling so great about Jace anymore. Didn't come up once that entire league as a relevant card for us to be playing, so maybe going to be a little cool on Jace in this deck in the future. Not quite sure what I'm going to replace it with. We'll figure that out. Ashiok also was a little less than impressive, so as I've been, as I wrote in the primer and as I've been talking about, these slots are definitely flexible. The metagame is shifting all the time, and then you also get situations like the Death Shadow matchup there, where things could have broken one way or the other for us. Some of the other ones, the only matchup we beat in that entire league was probably our worst one, which is the Devoted Druid combo deck. So that was definitely a reasonable showing of how even a good deck in Modern can get absolutely dumpstered in a single league. That said, we are going to be moving on to a really wonderful, wacky deck from my queue yesterday that got bumped. This is Blue-Green Urian Tron, which was sent to me by the wonderful JiggyWiggy. So we're going to be playing this in just a few moments here. This is a Blue-Green Tron deck. Going to be an absolutely wild time, so I hope you stick around with me. And if you are watching this live on YouTube, you can check out that video coming up. If you're here live with me on Twitch, stick around and we're getting to this other one in just a few moments.
You ain't thinking of getting rid of the dag, are you, Mo?